It's defense. I mean, you ain't going to beat nobody in the Big Ten, and that song made 91 points. It's a lot of points. Yeah, we missed the big fella tonight to plug the hole, but, I mean, we kept getting beat off the bounce a lot tonight, and, I mean, that generated a lot of – they shot made 25 free throws, so that's a bit much. So we got to get that fixed.
Hello and welcome to the Fast Five presented by IU Sports Media. I'm Sam Brunsman.
And I'm Luke Ardema, as you return for the second semester to give you the fastest 5 minutes in IU athletics. The women's basketball team traveled up to West Lafayette to take on the Purdue Boilermakers in the Barn Burner Trophy game. Our own Sarah Lucier has more. Sarah?
Thanks, crew. A short-handed Hoosiers team battled it out this past Sunday versus the Purdue Boilermakers with a final score of 74-68. Starter Sydney Parrish was out for the night in West Lafayette with an injury, but Parrish has had an impressive stretch over the last 5 games, averaging 16 points with 5 threes in her latest game. But this didn't stop the Hoosiers from showing up on all ends of the court. Chloe Moore McNeil and Sarah Scalio were the leading scorers with 20 points each. Moore McNeil also added a career high in her scoring as well. Mackenzie Holmes carried defensively with 2 blocks and 4 defensive rebounds and still made her presence felt in the paint with this and one. Holmes went 6 and 7 from the field, including her first 3-pointer of the season as well. Clinching 8 wins in a row against the Boilermakers, the Hoosiers host Northwestern this Sunday and are looking forward to moving 8-1 in conference play. Back to you in the studio.
The Hoosiers improved to 7-1 in the Big Ten as they sit in second place behind Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes, who are the tiebreaker over Indiana. The Hoosiers will return to Bloomington on Sunday to take on the 12th place Northwestern Wildcats led by Kayla Walsh.
The men's basketball team fell to the Wisconsin Badgers on the road 91-79. Malik Renew is one of the few standouts as he dropped 28 points as he had success working to the basket. Wisconsin's Max Klesmet was no match for the Hoosier defense as the sharpshooter nailed 5 triples, including this 4-point play. The Hoosiers struggled to gain momentum after C.J. Gunn was ejected for this play as a flagrant foul that started to become a major problem for Indiana.
Again, in the heat of the battle, anything is liable to happen. I'm not happy about it. You know, I mean, after looking at it, you know, the kid put his head on his chest and he threw a semi-elbow. I don't think it was something hard that could warrant being kicked out of the game. But again, I can't control that. He was kicked out.
Indiana falls to an even 4-4 in Big Ten play and is part of a 3-way tie for 5th place. The Hoosiers have another tough test coming up on Saturday when they travel to Champaign, Illinois to take on the 3rd place Fighting Illini. The Indiana wrestling team returned to Wilkinson Hall this past Sunday to take on the number 21 ranked Maryland Terrapins. In an intense duel, the Hoosiers found a way late in the match to secure a 21-15 win over the Terps. Despite trailing 12-4 after 4 matches, Indiana won 5 of the last 6 bouts to steal a win. In the duel's final bout, Indiana graduate student Nick Wilhelm defeated number 23 ranked Seth Nevels 4-2 to secure the win for the Hoosiers. With the win, Indiana's record moves to 4-2 overall and 1-2 in the Big Ten. The Hoosiers will host rival Purdue this Saturday at 7 p.m. Spring sports are just around the corner at Indiana. The Hoosier softball team gets back in action in a couple of weeks, looking to improve on a successful 2023 season.
Indiana is led by Taylor Mimick and 2-way star Brianna Copeland after their first regional appearance in 12 seasons last year. Ben Polanski has more on what to expect from Team 51.
Thanks, Luke. The Indiana softball team ended their historic season last year, breaking 40 wins and making a regional appearance in the NCAA tournament. This year, the Hoosiers look to start off hot, especially with the 7 new signings made this offseason. This group is ranked as the 28th best recruiting class. Indiana stars junior Brianna Copeland and Taylor Minnick were announced in the top 100 players ranking this preseason. Brianna Copeland, who was ranked 45th and has had a fantastic last season with a 22-4 record and 148 striking. Taylor Minnick, who was ranked 79th, notched up 390 batting average with 12 home runs and 55 RBIs last year. The Indiana Hoosiers have a tough schedule this upcoming season with 8 teams that made the NCAA tournament. However, they have all the talent they need to make a run for the national championship.
Indiana will start the season with their usual February gauntlet, starting with a trip to Clearwater, Florida for the NFCA Lead-Up Classic. They'll make 2 more trips down to South Tucson, Arizona and Troy, Alabama before the month ends. The 15-game February slate is headlined by a contest against Oregon, Clemson, and Arizona. The first pitch of 2024 season will come on February 8th. That will wrap up the first show of 2024. Thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to follow along with the socials at IU Fast 5 for all news about Indiana athletics. Until next time, I'm Sam Brunsman.
And I'm Luke Ardemo. We'll see you next week.